Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you all for joining today. My name is Ty, and on this channel we talk about fashion, fragrance, and style. So if that type of content interests you, consider subscribing just to make sure you're notified anytime I post a new video. I always like to say, you look good if you smell good and you're well on your way to feeling and being your best self. And today I want to talk a little bit about one of my favorite warm weather fragrances, Bond Number 9, Hamptons. So what we'll do, as usual, we'll start by talking a little bit about the brand, then we'll get into how it actually smells, move into performance and versatility, and then we'll wrap it up with my final thoughts. So if that sounds good to you, let's jump right into it. So Bond Number 9. It's a fragrance house that I really enjoy. Personally, I think they make really high quality fragrances. And in addition to that, I think they have a number of different fragrances within their lineup that are just super mass appealing and, really are, very versatile and easy to wear. And Hamptons is definitely one of those scents. So Hamptons was originally released in 2005 and currently retails for $440 for the 100 ml, and for the 50 ml retails at $275. So it is a bit pricey, but I will say that there are a number of different fragrance discounters that typically carry this fragrance, and it's usually a lot more reasonable than that price tag. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in my final thoughts, but figured I'd mention it here as well. So let's get a quick look at a presentation. And here we go. Make sure that focuses. So pretty nice presentation in my opinion. And I believe this is Bond's pretty standard presentation. The bottle, let me grab it so it doesn't fall out. So we have the bottle there. And yeah, get a few quick sprays, refresh my memory a little bit. Yeah, that's good. So let's pull up the official notes, and I'll add these to the screen as well. The official notes as they are listed on the Bond Number 9 website. So we have lime blossom, bergamot, white jasmine, magnolia, amber, and sandalwood. So you see you have some citruses with the lime blossom and bergamot. You also have some floral components with the white jasmine and magnolia. Then you have some warmth and some woods with that amber and sandalwood. And I believe musk is in this fragrance as well. It's not listed on the official notes, but definitely pick up that note. And for those of you that have smelled Creed's Silver Mountain Water, great fragrance, one of the more well-known releases from the house. Hamptons is very, in my opinion, very, very similar. There are a lot of comparison videos out there about the two, and I definitely can see and understand why. Very similar makeup in terms of each of these fragrances individually and collectively. And for Hamptons, the only major difference that I pick up has a bit less of that metallic and sort of inky vibe that a lot of people get with Silver Mountain Water from Creed. And in my opinion, Hamptons also has just a touch more kind of warmth and creaminess, I'd say, and a bit sweeter than Silver Mountain Water. And for those reasons, I prefer Hamptons over Silver Mountain Water, though Silver Mountain Water is a great scent as well. I do have a sample of it. I've had quite a few, one that I do enjoy, but as I mentioned, my personal preference is actually the Hamptons. So we have the official notes now, but what does this fragrance actually smell like? And for me, when I think of Hamptons by Bond Number 9, a few different words come to mind. First and foremost, refreshing, aromatic, clean, and then it also has this relaxing, sort of calming effect, for me at least. And what you're gonna smell when you initially spray this one on, you're gonna get that burst of citrus, right? So the lime and bergamot really kind of dominate the fragrance as soon as you spray it on. Sharp, clean, fresh, but smells really good. As the fragrance dries down a bit, 10, 15 minutes into the scent, you start to get those floral components, right? So that white jasmine, that magnolia, really make this fragrance into, of course, a nice, citrus and floral combination, and that touch of powder as well, right? So likely coming from one of the florals, but so after about the 30-minute mark, you still have that citrus floral combination going on, but you get the addition of sandalwood and musk. And I think these are really, sort of the star players because they help balance out this fragrance even more and really give it this sort of slightly warm and creamy touch, and just a beautiful scent overall. And it really remains kind of that way for, the remainder of the life of the fragrance. So really a nice one, very well balanced, and one that I really do enjoy. Okay, y'all, before we wrap up, let's talk a little bit about performance and versatility, starting with performance. So this fragrance performs pretty well on my skin, especially for, one that's on the fresher side, right? So I get anywhere between, 6 and 7 hours of longevity. And for projection, for the first hour and a half to 2 hours, I'm getting about an arm's length. And then after that 2-hour mark, probably more about a foot or so, up until, maybe 4 or 5 hours in. And then at that point, it does become more of a skin scent. But through and through, as a fragrance that's more refreshing, I think this one performs really well. And as far as versatility, this is going to be one that works really well in those spring and summer months and very well in those hot heat situations. I typically reach for this one more during the day just because of that really bright, fresh, uplifting feeling that it provides for me. And in terms of situations or settings, I typically wear this one more casually. So whether spending time with family and friends or, out and about running errands, this one works really well. But as always, I recommend, rock what you want when you want. So I spoke to, wearing this one casually, but I've also dressed it up. I've worn it out to brunch, worn it out on dates, and typically always get compliments when I wear this fragrance, always get positive feedback. And it's just one of those fragrances that just smells great, well balanced, and, can work in a number of different situations. So if you're looking for a new warm weather scent that is really fresh, clean, uplifting, and overall just smells great, I would definitely give this one a try. Bond number 9 Hamptons. And as I mentioned earlier, would definitely recommend looking at the discounter. So Joma Shop and Fragrance Net, 2 that I use regularly, would say, typically they have this fragrance for a pretty good price. This is the 100 ml here. You can probably pick this one up for anywhere between $150 and $200. And for the 50 ml presentation, probably closer to that $100 to maybe $120 price point. So I'll leave some links in the description below, but would definitely recommend giving this one a try. So that wraps up the video for today. I want to take a moment to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really will help the channel continue to grow. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Peace and love.